Our goal in this module is to understand the meninges. Whether it's the brain or the spinal cord, they have three meninges. These are membranes that will surround the spinal cord, and they're continuous with the cranial meninges. The outer is the dura mater, the middle is the arachnoid mater, and the innermost layer that will be right on the spinal cord and brain itself is the pia mater. The functions of this are to provide physical stability, shock absorption, and carry blood supply, the nutrients and oxygen, and take away waste. So the dura mater is this blue outer covering. It's very tough, fibrous, and when you know something is tough and fibrous, it probably has a lot of collagen in it. The middle layer is the arachnoid mater. Arachnoid means spider. So you see some spidery webs, especially when we get up into the brain. And this includes the arachnoid membrane, which is simple squamous epithelium, a single layer, and the subarachnoid space, which is a space between the arachnoid membrane and the pia mater. The pia mater is delicate and right on the spinal cord, kind of fused with it. You really can't pull it off, and it contains elastic and collagen fibers. So there's some spaces associated with these meninges. First of all, the subarachnoid space between the arachnoid and the pia mater contains fibers. It's called the arachnoid trabeculae. You may recall that term from the bone chapter. And these fibers are collagen and elastic, and they're going to anchor. And the subarachnoid space also contains cerebral spinal fluid. And this spinal fluid acts as a shock absorber, and nutrients and gases diffuse through this cerebral spinal fluid. And the blood vessels for the spinal cord are located here in the subarachnoid space. And then the epidural space is between the dura mater and the vertebrae. So here you can see, first try to orient yourself. You know this is the spinal cord because you see the butterfly, but do you notice that it's upside down? Because here is that larger sulcus here, and the posterior root has got that lump in it, that ganglion. The anterior root does not. And so here you can see the pia mater is going to be right on top of the spinal cord. And then there will be a subarachnoid space, and then the arachnoid mater, and then the dura mater. There are ligaments called denticulate ligaments that extend from the pia mater through the arachnoid mater, and these just prevent lateral movement. You may have heard of a spinal tap. With a spinal tap, a needle is inserted into the spine, and cerebral spinal fluid is removed. This needle needs to be inserted below the spinal cord so it doesn't damage the spinal cord. So you might recall that conus medullaris, which is that cone-shaped end of the spinal cord. A needle is inserted into the subarachnoid space in the lumbar region to withdraw cerebral spinal fluid. Which of these forms a boundary for both the subarachnoid space and the subdural space? The arachnoid mater.